Alright everyone, welcome back to the Elbis and Elbis World Class Podcast. I'm Johnny of Elbis.
Hi, pal.
Well, I'm not bad anyway. And obviously this week, I've been looking at the Elbis and Elbis accounts. I've been looking at all the... Obviously there's been some top dollar we've been raking in. And, I just looked at that and I thought, oh god, it'd be quite good to do one of these high interest accounts. But I ain't got a clue about them. What's going on with them?
Well, I find it interesting that usury is a sin in almost all religions.
Please.
One so deadly, in fact, that Dante describes its practitioners as being doomed to spend eternity surrounded by boiling sand, whilst being bathed in rains of fire.
It's not that I want to be doomed.
The prevalence of compound interest we see today is only possible due to the concept of a non-living legal person known as a corporation, which is able to commit such sins on man's behalf, exploiting a supposed loophole in natural law, saving the true proponents their deserved recompense. In the modern world, it is the same soulless entities which are able to remove inalienable rights such as freedom of speech and bodily autonomy under the guise of terms and conditions.
Sick of this.
A vexing concern of mine is that by receiving any form of interest on a monetary investment, are we then Luciferian by proxy, unknowingly sealing our fate in the seventh circle of hell?
Well, I sort of see what you mean, pal, because there's this kid at Lloyd's who wanted to marry me. So what's all that about?
What's going on with Elbis? Elbis.
Well, that was what's going on. And there we go.
Episode 4!
Episode 4 of the
Season
Elbis
3.
World Class podcast. Season 3. And oh god, everyone's been like, oh, what's been going on and all that. A week since we did the last episode.
It really is. The
it's
time between...
once again,
All the time
gone
between
down the storm.
episode is getting shorter. And tonight, a disclaimer, which I think has to come from both Elbis and myself, is it could be called Half Cut Edition because we have been on another celebrity appearance. And we have had a few beers tonight. So if there is some slurring of words, please forgive us.
Well,
we don't
once
need
again, a
your-
celebrity appearance had to be made, and Elbis and Elbis never lets the fans down. As all the fans will know, we've never let anyone down. We turned up to the celebrity appearance in a pub.
It was, yes.
Or a establishment of liquid refreshment, let's just say.
It was, and we were refreshed to the max.
We really was.
But in any case, that's fine, and this is a good opportunity for fans to see just how good we really are, because we have not planned anything. I know my bits for the segments, if you see what I'm saying, but there have been no planning, there has been nothing, and let's see how well this poddy goes.
Well, let's just say, pal, I'm looking forward to this next segment here because my fax machine has been going crazy this week.
It
really has,
hasn't it?
It got to the point where I had to disconnect my fax completely. I had to disconnect the telephone line, and I had to make an important call, and 4 faxes came out at once.
Absolutely.
And it was all from Elbis to Wise.
Yes.
Saying, oh god, I've had this bloody dream or vision and all that. But the thing is, I mean, during the week, I just think, oh god, just.
I've had an
forget about
amazing
it.
time this week. It has been a brilliant week for me in terms of receiving content from the universe. This has been quite phenomenal. Pour moi.
Well, it sounds interesting to me because I'll reveal a little bit about that.
Well, we'll see about it, shall we?
Promptly, let's just say.
Should we go straight to the first feature?
But I suppose, without messing about, Elbis and Elbis straight into the first feature for me, pal.
Let's.
Hang on. Come on.
I've been so waiting to get this out the Dream or Vision, as the regular fans will know,
that makes
that
sense.
I've had Dukey tuned for over a week now. So
Wow.
just in case I'm moving this lever,
Yeah, I thought she didn't look that dusty.
and everything should move nice.
Whoa,
And,
hang on a minute. Now, there was a lot of comments from the fans.
All right.
I received a lot of emails, and they've been saying about the.
I'm gonna have to move the lever back now.
Yeah,
pal,
just
'cause
leave
she's
them.
lots
Yeah,
unloaded.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
But the fans have been saying, oh God, Jukey's just not the same with a plastic spatch.
Oh God, yeah. The plastic spatch has been removed. Listen, fans.
She's got a full metal spatch.
Yeah. She's been waiting to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll move the lever again.
Yeah.
Turn the screw. And here we go. Oh,
It's Dream or Vision, by the way. Don't you wonder sometimes
if it's a dream or a vision? Oh God!
Oh, come on!
Still slippery after all this time.
Bloody Jukes!
Honest to God.
Jesus Christ!
Really?
He really is a slippery. Well, sorry, they are a slippery Jukes.
Slippery customer.
Bloody
Some
Jukey! God,
Mm.
sick of it.
Anyway, she's alright.
Anyway.
Leave her be.
Anyway, well, it's going to be an interesting one this week for me, pal.
Well, let me.
I know you've got a substantial.
I have a groundbreaker, not only a groundbreaker, but something that could change the fabric of all our fans
Don't sound that good.
and everybody.
Boy.
Now, it's up to you if you want to go fog or if I go fog. It's entirely up to
Listen,
you. If yours is a lame-ass Dream or Vision,
get stuffed.
perhaps it's better that I go fog.
Listen,
I don't know. Up to
Look,
you,
you've been banging about this Dream or Vision all week, sending me these faxes, and I've been ignoring them all.
Yeah.
Look,
Whatever.
I think Elbis the Wise can go fog because it's about time you get this Dream or Vision out.
All right, pal. I'll tell you what, I agree with that decision.
Come on.
Right. Well, anyway.
Come on.
It was Wednesday night of this week, this past week.
Now, hang on a minute. Was it Wednesday night or was it Thursday morning? Because that is very important.
Interesting. Yeah,
Very
you're right.
important.
Because the most astral day is Thursday, as we know.
Absolutely.
And it probably was Thursday. Yeah, it was.
Absolute
Yeah,
tomorrow.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
well,
Thursday.
yeah.
Well spoken, pal.
Oh,
Glad you
cheers,
brought
pal.
that up.
No worries, pal.
Anyhow, what happened was I was in my astral house, and there was somewhat of a astral party going on, or it was certainly an astral gathering. You know, it's at that point where it's neither a party nor a gathering. Right. It was like that, you know. There was a lot of astral people there, but not only astral people. There was also some physical people who I know from the physical realm. No.
Oh.
No, wait a minute. Before you
No
get
wonder
into
I
all
didn't
that,
turn up.
Get stuff. You want there because you want to invite it.
Oh,
that's why.
you.
As usual. It was a select number of guests. But anyway, guess who was there?
I don't know.
Monkey's mother Doobie. She was there, all right. And she's probably the only one I can remember from the actual physical realm. But yeah, she was there and she was a bit hungry. So I says, I'll tell you what, Monkey's mother Doobie, we'll do a little snack.
Wow.
And I produced, that's all there was 2 pieces of fish. And one of them was a thick salmon fillet and the other
God.
a thin trout fillet.
Wow.
Both frozen. That's important. Remember that.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is this is quite a detailed, in-depth dream. So I'm going to... Oh,
come
vision.
on.
So I'm going to do it really quick.
Come
And then
on.
we'll discuss it at the end.
Crack on.
So what happened was, I was thinking, how do I best defrost these and then cook them in the pan? And what I was doing is I was looking around the astral kitchen for some information about how to do it in my astral microwave.
Yeah.
So I was doing that. And what happened is nobody was making any sense, and I was finding notes everywhere, but nothing was making sense. It was real confusing, and I was getting sick of it. And I basically said, I said, I'm sick of this. Do you know where I'm going to go? Down the park. So I went down the astral park. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's to clear my head or to find the information about, the defrosting.
Right.
So I went down the park, and as I went down the park, somebody joined me, and it was a little kid. It was a little kid.
Wow.
It was a little lass. And I didn't know where. It was like it was definitely an astral little lass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Definitely an astral.
yeah.
Because I felt like a sense of responsibility towards her. Now, I don't think it was an astral illegitimate child like what you have.
Well,
No. It was more a new...
He goes and slags me off.
Get stuff. I'm
And then
astrally
all of a
responsible.
sudden, he's got a
You're
bleeding
astrally
child
irresponsible.
in a pack.
No.
Here we go.
No. This was... You're astrally irresponsible.
Get
I'm
stuff.
astrally responsible.
Get stuff.
Now, this was somebody who I was responsible for, and I felt as if it was almost like a new astral apprentice that I'd taken on. But purely astral.
Wow.
Well, hang on, though. This makes sense. Thinking back to last week's D or V.
I can't remember it.
Well, don't you remember? I was back in the class, but it was a more mature class.
Yeah, it was.
Now, what I'm thinking is that they've seen such a good job I've done with you, where I basically dragged you up astrally, right, and taught you some skills. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. I have taught you a lot of astral
Listen,
skills.
pal,
Get
I've been
stuff.
more of a mentor to you.
No, my
to me.
God, are you kidding?
Let's just
I could
say...
have took on anyone.
Come on, pal,
Honestly.
crack on with this.
You
God, you're
just so,
sickening
anyway,
me.
yeah,
Come
you're
on,
right, yeah.
come on.
In any case, so I think they've seen such a good job I've done with you astrally, and I think they've made me an official astral teacher now. So anyway, there was this little lass following me around. Went down to the astral park.
Oh.
Now this is interesting,
Well.
and you're going to have to listen to this bit
Come on,
carefully,
come on.
because this is interesting. Now I was down the astral park, and it was a real hot day, real nice, and everybody was out. Loads of astral community was out.
Interesting.
And they was loving it. They was loving it, having a great day. And I thought to myself, do you know what? This is like an astral bank holiday. Now, why could that be important? Because there's a bank holiday in 2 weeks. Now, what did I say last week? We was a month away from the astral and the physical being at the same place on the space-time continuum. Now, what I'm saying is, we're only 2 weeks away now, so it's getting closer and it's getting faster.
Interesting.
It's approaching, pal.
That is
it
interesting.
really is. Anyhow,
Come on.
what happened was we was all in this astral park, and everybody started looking up at the sky, and I looked up at the sky, and the little kid who I had with me looked up at the sky, and there was a giant metal caterpillar worming its way across the sky.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, that's what I said at the time. Oh my God, I said.
When, pal.
And it wormed its way across into the distance, and as it reached the horizon, it just plummeted straight to Earth. Or, not Earth, astral Earth.
Well.
But as it hit it, a high-pitched sound emanated from the impact, and it was such a high-pitched sound that everybody put their hands over their ears because it was painful, and everybody like fell down. And what I did is, because I had to care for this astral little girl, I grabbed her, I picked her up, and I put my hands over her ears, and I ran into the nearest building. And the nearest building, I ran right into it, to get away from the high-pitched sound that was emanating. And I ran in. And I found myself so far into this building, and what it was at a school, right?
Oh.
Now,
Once
this is
again.
weird. No, but listen, this is
Bloody
weird.
hell.
This is weird, and you'll like this in a minute, and it is interesting. What happened was, in the school, it was a bit like the school I attended in the 90s, which I believe is also a place you have some experience of. But it wasn't the same, and it was absolutely massive and like a maze. It was unbelievable. And I was going in and out the corridors and in and out of rooms and all this, and I was trying to get out of it back into the park. And I couldn't. Exactly the same as yours last week.
Wow.
Really weird. Told you.
Is interesting.
Told you it was
That
worth waiting
is
for, didn't I,
interesting.
pal? That is interesting. That is interesting.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Anyhow, so what happened was, and there was all these astral teens hanging around who I assume were the pupils. And I was all real ignorant. I was saying, can you tell me how to get back to the park? Please tell me how to get back to the park. And they wouldn't. There was either ignoring me or talking rubbish. It was ridiculous.
Sounds like
And there was even one at the top of the stairs, and I shouted to her, I went, tell me how to get back to the park. I've got this little lass here. And she goes, oh, I'll come down in a minute and I'll tell you. And then she just walked off and left us standing there.
Ugh.
Anyhow, what happened is I went into a room. And as I went into that room, it was a shop. And there was a shopkeeper. And he was quite young. And he had a beard. And he was really helpful. And I said to him, oh, pal, you're going to have to help me. I need to get back to this park. And he goes to me, Elbis. He says, don't worry about it. He says, there's a taxi waiting outside for you. Just get in that. It'll take you all the way home. And I was like, sweet, thank you so much. You're so helpful. And I went out and I put the little girl into the taxi. And I felt in my pockets for my cash card, to pay the taxi driver. And my cash card, I pulled it out and it was all in little bits. And I was like, oh, God. Turned around, the shopkeeper was there, and he goes to me, he goes, don't worry about it, pal. He goes, here you go, and he put loads of notes and coins in my hands, and I was like, oh, brilliant. Got in the taxi. Taxi driver took us back, and it was miles all through the countryside and everything, back to the astral house. And on the way there, the little girl started swearing. And I said to her, I was like, stop swearing, it's a language of the inarticulate.
Oh, you've always said that.
Oh, the inarticulate,
You've always said that.
So I was teaching her.
Yeah,
now, this is interesting.
Come on.
Anyway, we got back to the astral house.
Yeah,
Oh, and the guy, the taxi driver, he was short, fat, grey hair, and he goes to me, oh yeah, the villagers don't usually like to come out here. There's something bad in that house. He said, and I was like, nah, I've lived there ages, it's fine. And we got there, it cost £2, and I thought that's good astral value, which it was.
Sounds quite good.
And then I got back to the house, and if you remember, the thick salmon breast and the thin trout breast had both thawed out by the time I got back, so it was all pointless. Anyway, what do you think about that? There's loads of symbology there, and this is what I want to discuss. And if you want, I've worked it all out. Because at the beginning, I'm thinking the two fish steaks, whatever they were, fillets, right? One big and fat, and the other one like thin and everything. Frozen, I'm thinking it could possibly be Elbis and Elbis. Representative of Elbis and Elbis. Weird, isn't it? Listen, hear me through
I'll be the better one.
Hear me through here. Then it was pure chaos. That's important for later.
Well.
Then we go to the park, and I've got a new astral apprentice, right?
Get stuff.
Who I'm teaching. No, listen, you've graduated. We said that last week. You've graduated. Now we go to the park, and there's a caterpillar, a metal caterpillar that comes up. Caterpillar turns into a butterfly. We see the caterpillar die. That's another sign of change. Something's changing, pal. Wow. Something big is changing. Then more chaos in the school. Then the taxi driver takes us back. The fillets have defrosted. And then everything's okay again. Now, so what I'm thinking is something is definitely changing soon for Elbis and Elbis, which is interesting. But the biggest thing to me is the chaos that went through it. And so it could only mean one of two things. Now, have you read Stephen Hawking's Brief History of Time?
No. I know it's about black holes and all that.
It is, but have you read chapter 1? It's about entropy. And it's about chaos turning into order and then turning into chaos. So it means one of two things. Number one, either I think astrally I've become so powerful that the chaos that I've seen there, I'm forming my own universe so that when we align on the space-time continuum, I'm going to jump into my own universe, which I've created. Being a biocentrist, I am the master of my own universe. Or, number two, the universe is just going to explode.
Well,
Good vision that though, wasn't it?
interesting. Anyway, probably my DRV now.
Well, have you got any comments on that? Or?
No.
Go on then.
Well, my dream or vision. Well, I ain't really. I'll be honest,
Oh,
pal.
well, this is typical.
I'll be honest, pal. There's something going on. There is something going on.
In the realm.
In the astral
Well, look,
realm.
I'm forming my own.
Because, well, and once again, Thursday, the most astral day of all. Once again, it all happened. Now.
Last night.
Yeah. Well, so.
Last minute.
I was transporting myself into.
If this is going to be
realm.
another.
No.
All right.
I was transporting myself into the astral realm as normal. And my courting companion was with me. She was beside me, going to sleep as well. But she didn't really know about the astral realm and all that. So she was just doing like a lame sleep. Yeah. Anyway, you know, she was trying to get to sleep and all that. And so was I. And I found myself, I could feel myself transcending into the astral realm. But it felt different. Okay. Because I wasn't arriving at the astral realm. It just all went black. And then I could feel myself.
Oh my God!
Not into the astral realm, but I was just in the physical realm.
Yeah.
And what it was?
It might be in a new physical realm.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I was in. Well, I don't know. I was in the same physical realm, but I was sort of somewhere else as well. So actually, pal, that point you just made could be accurate.
Yeah, because
in a way.
I'm creating a new astral universe.
Well, because
I don't think you
listen. Come on. Listen. What happened
Juki,
is...
that's a
Come
yeah.
on.
That's all right. It's got you another few minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Go on. Go
Listen,
on, but hurry up.
what happened was, so I was sort of in like a physical realm, but it didn't feel like I was in a physical realm because I couldn't move,
Yeah.
and I was I was lad in my bed, and I couldn't move.
Listen, pal.
Come
This is
on.
the next stage.
I
No,
couldn't
this
move.
Is the next stage.
I couldn't move,
Seriously, this is the next stage. Yeah.
but I could see everything. I could see everything, but I couldn't move at all.
This is how it started.
Now
with me
I was
years ago.
stuck,
I'm
frozen,
telling you.
frozen,
Yeah.
and I could see my courting companion,
Right.
and I was like,
Ah, God. Honestly,
I couldn't-
yeah.
I was trying to
Yeah.
get air,
This is how it starts.
To wake me up.
Fans, if you're listening, this is how it starts.
and I couldn't.
You're
I
like a
couldn't get her to
second
wake
year
me up.
graduate
Get
now.
stuck. Well,
You are.
and I was trying to get her to wake me up, and I couldn't do it. And I was screaming. I was like screaming. I was absolutely screaming, trying to get her to wake me up. However, then my astral powers kicked in, and I thought, right, remain calm, just remain calm.
Absolutamon, yeah.
So I stopped, stop struggling, and I just let myself
yes.
relax.
Yes.
And once I relaxed, I just remember, right, you can wake yourself up, you can get yourself up.
No, you did the wrong thing there, pal. What you should have done is you should have got out of your body.
Get stuff.
No, you should.
Well,
You should.
that's what I know, and I know that's where it was going. But I woke myself up because I was, because I didn't know what was going on. And obviously, when you don't know what's going on, you're a bit, unsure about things. So I just woke myself up, and I managed to do it. And I was like, oh God, what was going on there? And then I realised, oh my God, it was an out of body experience nearly.
Yes. There we
And,
go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
But it was weird how I was sort of like in a physical realm, but I wasn't. I was like in an astral realm, but a physical realm as well, because things were going things were going on around me, but I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
I was just stuck there in my bed.
I'm telling you, pal, you're at the same stage I
It
was
was
about
incredible.
when we started this poddy. I was going through the same things. I bet if you listen to the early DRVs, we're going through the same sort of experience. So another year or so,
Well,
I'll be gone by then because I'm delving into my own created universe, which I seem to be doing
I'll
now.
be gone by then because I've obviously been moved. Well,
We're in season
Sorry.
4 or 5, 6, whatever we do. You'll probably hear more about that.
Well, I don't
So
know.
I'll tell you what, it was a bit of a weird DRV this week because mine was so significant. There was so much information. I should maybe make a side episode about mine.
No.
Just to explain it
Probably
fully.
won't
But I
be
hope
that
the
good.
fans have
Listen, if you make any episodes by yourself,
Well, listen,
good luck
as
to
we
you,
said, that the astral world last time was about a month away, wasn't it? I've clearly proven again today. Don't press that. You.
Sorry, pal.
Why are you doing that?
Play the jingle.
Honestly.
Don't you understand your voice? If it's a dream or a vision. Well, that was dream or vision.
I thought it was incredibly interesting, pal.
Well, it wasn't too bad.
There was a lot of fascinating things
you
there.
went on for a bit.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Listen,
But
I mean,
if I have a dream or vision, it's my duty to tell the fans about exactly what's going on astrally.
and everyone goes,
And whether this
"Oh,
goes
God."
on for an hour and a half or 15 minutes, it doesn't matter. I'm telling them there's
Yeah,
something going on.
yeah,
and if they want to jump astrally into the next dimension or whatever, in about 2 weeks, then please feel free, fans. And don't listen to him. He'll be left behind in his loser lifestyle like always.
Stuff,
So, you get
well, yeah, here he goes once again. Listen, you're just worried.
Another
I'm becoming
crap
more
effort
astral
from
and
you.
powerful than you.
Never mind. Don't
God, bloody,
stop
I'm
it.
sick of you.
Good. God.
Sick of you.
Anyway.
Can't wait till that bloody guts. Anyway, look, I think...
Time for the fan favourite feature.
Well, it is in a way, and I think this feature has become an absolute, fan favourite.
Fan favourite,
If you
as
don't
I
mind
said.
me saying.
I tell you what, pal, I had a lot of faxes and emails last week, which most appreciated. The Luciferian lovely I dished up, and the tremendous tats which you presented. Let's just say. And everybody's looking forward to this.
And this is the thing with this feature. It's like if you lose, you're never a loser because everybody wins.
Well,
with
this is
feature.
it. Everyone is a loser
wins.
on
If you're on a part of this
Entity
feature,
of the Week.
you are a
If
winner.
you, I'll tell you what. If you
Well,
are
hang on a minute, pal.
Oh, hang on a minute. We could do fan.
Well, hang on.
You're going to say the same, aren't you, pal?
Before you give the
Great man.
title away,
Yeah, go on.
I think we should just play the jingle.
It's the Elbis and Elbis. Bird of the Week.
Well, that's right. It is the fan favourite BOTW.
Now, I wanted to talk about I've already spoke, I give it away earlier, about the feedback we had from last week. However, I was thinking to myself, what if we had a fan BOTW as a end of season special or something? So if there is any fans out there who think that they could make BOTW, send us an email. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look. We can't promise. Females only, and that's not being
there's nothing wrong with it.
It's not being discriminatory anyway. It's just if you are not female, you're probably not going to make the cut, and we don't want to waste your
that's good
bandwidth.
Anyway,
So
look, I just think with this feature,
it's a good feature.
It is.
It is a good feature.
Anyway, who's going to go fog?
Well, I went fog on DRV last week. You went fog on BOTW, so it don't really matter to me.
You went fog on DRV?
Yeah, well,
This
you go
week,
fog
so
on
I'll go fog on
BOTW if you want. Yeah.
Well, this week...
Oh, yes, I like the sound of this one already. Yes.
Let's just say...
Yes.
I'm a big fan of this BOTW. And she is a fellow YouTuber, which is quite nice. Wow. Anyway.
She wants to collaborate in any way.
Listen, if she's up for a collaboration,
I'm looking forward to this part.
just send us an email.
Yes.
Elbis@gmail. Well, something like that.
And if she wants intelligent talk,
Yes.
just address it to Elbis the Wild.
And if you
Go on,
want
pal.
a
Go on, anyway.
sexy
Anyway, whatever.
who can give her a good time, Elbis the
Whatever.
Never mind that old.
Come on, pal, anyway,
No.
describe
Anyway.
said entity of the week to me.
She has a well-fitted
Yes.
back door.
I wasn't expecting
The
that.
bottom shelf is absolutely secure.
Now, that's interesting, isn't it, pal? You always start with the bottom shelf, and I always start at the top. I'll tell you what, it's weird that.
Just
It
shows
really is.
We look at different things.
It
Well,
really
I mean, the bottom shelf is absolutely stacked to the brim.
Wow.
Let's just say.
Now, is it Luciferian in origin?
Well,
Or natural?
No, it's a natural, I'd say.
Wow, I like
A
the sound of
natural.
that.
And if someone said it was Luciferian, you wouldn't even think no.
But is it Luciferian?
No.
Excellent.
Exactly.
And that's what I like, because after last week's Luciferian lovely
I felt
that I
dirty.
did, I felt dirty. I had to wash
That
myself
straight away,
down.
I had to go.
Yeah,
shower
I know what
and
you
just
mean, pal.
Think about
I
my
do.
life. But
Yeah.
this week, there's no wrong with this. They're completely natural. Well,
Excellent.
my BTW.
And what about the top shelf? You haven't described the
Well,
top shelf to
don't
me.
get me wrong.
Because that is where I would like to hang out the most, as with everybody, all the fans and that. No? And if you do have a great top shelf, don't matter.
Bottom shelf.
No, well, the top shelf we're on. Is the top shelf alright?
Overly sufficient.
The top shelf is overly sufficient.
Top shelf
Well, listen, pal.
isn't too bad, but is it as good as the bottom
And
shelf?
where did you
I'm
get
not
so
sure.
this Bay entity is a YouTuber that you watch, is she?
She's a YouTuber that I keep a Close.
And what
Ion.
subjects does she cover?
Mainly bikini try-on.
Which is something we're all interested
And
in.
the thing is,
if we're honest,
listen.
and it's not just the fact that you get to see some things.
Just because I watch it doesn't mean I like to wear bikinis. It's just because I like to.
I'm interested in them.
See how well they fit the bare entity.
Some of them are a triumph for support engineering.
And you need to make sure that the bikinis are engineered properly.
They liberate women.
Well,
So,
just have
hang on
look.
a minute.
Come
Have
on.
you pre-prepared the punch card, or do you want me to do it, pal? Have you really? Well, can you remember the command?
It's...
Well, hang
No,
on.
no,
Insert
it's
the
not.
pre-prepared punch card.
Come
here.
on, give it
Oh,
that.
hang on. It's a metal spatch again today, so
on
you
a
can
minute.
do it. Oh, God. Go careful with it, though. I know it's metal, but...
Oh, yeah.
So pre-prepare, no, insert it, yes. Then can you remember the command? P-run,
Hang on.
P-run, register A.
Hang on.
Make sure you put register A. P-run.
I'll register you in a minute. Where?
Yeah, you'd like to see who try.
What is
pal.
it?
Oh, God.
P-run.
Register A.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, God, he can't spell register.
Right, here we go.
P-run, register, R-E-G-I-S-T-E-R.
Ready, pal?
A. Yes, now, yeah. Yeah, and then just click to run.
Come on.
Ooh, well, I see what you mean about the booty. And this is very much a girl next door. But do you know what? I'm not all that keen, actually. I'll tell you what, pal. Man's gonna smash yours tonight.
Get stuff.
What exactly
well,
does she?
I don't
What
know
does she
if that's-
YouTube about? Hang on a minute, there's a picture of her looking like a criminal. Seriously, she's a criminal.
No.
Yeah,
No.
she's a criminal.
No.
Yes,
That's not
it's a mugshot.
Get stuff.
You picked a criminal.
I am picked a criminal.
You picked a criminal.
Get stuff.
Oh, it's a nice.
Oh,
tell you what.
I want my bricking into that jail.
You do unruly things with her. But I tell you what,
Drop this soap in
honestly.
there.
Well, I don't know. Not the most
Hang on,
impressive,
hang on.
though.
Get
Not the most
stuff.
impressive. But not Luciferian, and I'll give you that. And do you know what? Perhaps I think I've spent too much time looking at Luciferian ladies.
And this is what I mean, pal.
I
Your
think it
standards
is.
are
I think it
completely
is.
unrealistic.
They really are.
And,
Yeah.
Bare entities that you
Yeah.
will never, ever get.
Get
Let's just...
Guess.
Anyway.
I've already had
come on,
emails and
get
that.
stuff.
I'll tell you what. Listen, pal. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to slag that off. That's not a bad entity at all. Yeah, it'll do.
If I saw that entity in real life, I'd just
But I'll tell you what, it's worth having a little move across town, man, because I found a little beauty here.
I've been receiving some
tell ya.
faxes lately.
Well,
Shit.
and that would have been the
Hey.
early hours of this morning,
Hang
wouldn't
on,
it, when you did?
hang on.
Hang on a minute. Well, we're done with yours
You
now.
got the prepared...
Man, for man,
Yeah.
I'm going to explain it to you.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, what happened was...
Come on.
What happened was, I was struggling this week as
Hang on a minute,
usual.
pal.
Well, oh yeah. I'll tell you what, pal. That's the best one I've seen of her. She may be a criminal, but she's. In any case. Anyway, yeah. So I was struggling and all that.
Come on.
And I was trying to think of one last night. Still didn't have one last night. Now, if you think back to your training, what was the one thing I told you that never solves a problem? Thinking.
Oh, yeah.
So I stopped thinking and I sat back looking at old Soupy, and what is directly above old Soupy to our fans? A hand-signed
Picture.
of the world's greatest footballer, Diego Maradona.
Well.
When he sent us a personalised
Well, he
message.
sent you a bloody
Big fan
photo
of
of himself.
Poddy.
Well.
In any case, that just cast my mind back, actually. So it's not really Bird of the Week, it's Bird I remembered. And what it was, I remember when he died, I saw a picture, an image of a entity.
Wow.
In a city called Naples. Because he played for Napoli. In front of a Maradona. Like, what do they call it when there's a big image
Mural.
on the That's the one. Mural. And I remember seeing this. And I searched for said image. And I managed to find it and fed it into old Soupy, which then confirmed identity and provided portfolio.
Wow.
Portfolio through which I pre-prepared a punch card. Now, before I give you the pre-prepared punch card, I must say that the top shelf is like a pair of footballs in itself. And if someone was to spin said entity around and you were to get a lucky dip, you would not be bothered whether it would be the top shelf or the bottom which landed on you. So,
come on,
listen to this part.
Pass
This
the
is
pre-prepared
incredible.
punch card. Come on.
Here's, hang on, just need to finish it.
Yeah, come on.
The pre-prepared punch card is, put it in there, and this entity's name is Floriana Messina. Floriana Messina, and you need to see this. She's a football. She like basically presents a football show. And she loves Maradona, supports Napoli and Naples and all that.
Wait a minute.
Click on that. I'd like to show me round Naples.
I won't mind getting around the back and swinging my balls in.
I wouldn't be bothered if she committed handballs. Did ball to hand, maybe.
I'll tell you what, I'd get caught offside a few times.
Oh my God. I mean, look at that. I'll tell you what, looks a bit like Shroomy there, doesn't she? She does look like Shroomy, but my God. Yes. I mean, click on this one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, my balls are...
This is the picture I saw, that. She's a raven-haired beauty with luscious lips and amazing...
personality.
Yes.
I think that Diego would look down upon thee with pride and...
Glee.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the thing is, this
I tell you what then.
Floriana Messina.
Oh God!
Jeez,
We forgot
that's
about the command, although you typed it.
Well, good, I even said the name of my entity of the week.
No, we're really messed up here because I know you typed the command and you never named the entity. So name your entity.
She's called Lauren Alexis.
Nice.
Wow.
Actually, she does sound nice.
Yeah, she is.
But now, what we need to do is we need to add together. Register A and register B.
Yeah, well, what's the point?
I know mine has won hands down.
No.
I mean, that is incredible.
She's
I mean, that is just different level in
well,
it.
then again, her lips look a bit Luciferian.
They are Luciferian, and I tell you what, I've seen some recent Instagram photos of it, and her ass looks a little bit big.
Well, I think mine's
But I might be tempted by the Luciferians.
Mine's a little more natural than yours, and your best.
I must admit.
Entity is a bit more.
Well, this will be
Luciferian.
interesting, because let's see if
Let's
Soupy
see
picks
if
yours.
Well, hang on a minute.
No, that's not it.
Hang on.
Is it really?
Wow.
Interesting.
That's your entity.
Anyway,
come on.
so you need to type in the command.
Hang on
It's
a minute.
pprint, register A. No, sorry, I've got it wrong.
Come on.
Pprint A B.
Yeah.
And then fans, remember it's going to come out upside down from the dot matrix. We let it print, we turn it over, and we see who wins.
Well, I think without further ado.
So you just need to press return.
Right, return.
Yep.
Here we go.
Weird one, isn't it?
Well, for me.
I can't believe the state of there in that one.
Let's just have a look at that.
You put all your effort into one of these.
Well, the thing is, once again, it's Soupy, the size of
Yeah.
entity of the week. It's just it almost confirms to me that this is a Luciferian.
I mean, you can't beat man in terms of and the upper
face.
Look at those and that. Oh my!
Wow. Once again, hang on a minute.
Hang
right,
on,
let's
lift
get
it
off. 1 sec. Hang on.
Right,
here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
He's done it again! 4-0! I've won the season! It is officially Elbis, the Ben T Master.
Well, that
official.
just sums it up.
It's a
for me.
consolation
And the
prize for
fans
you
know,
now, pal.
the fans
You've
know
had it.
that
I
that-
am the master.
that
and I'm
is
sick of
a
you.
absolute joke.
That's it.
Soupy
Honestly.
is a Luciferian loser, and so are you.
that's
And
it.
the thing is, this is a scam. It
Listen,
really
pal,
is.
listen,
I'm
pal.
sick of it.
I'll tell you what then, we'll make it a challenge from now on, and this will be a challenge. No Luciferian
Oh,
influences.
here they go.
No, well, you started it on week 1
influences.
with yours.
Oh,
Did you see the state of yours on week 1? I don't remember her name.
She was
but-
a great.
Good God.
She was a
She
great.
was covered head to toe
entity.
in bloody
She really
tats
was.
with big-
And I'm sick of it.
Very nice.
I'm
I'm not saying
sick
I'd
of
say
it.
no.
Look at that
Man,
state
but
of yours. I mean,
she's not
Jesus
even that
Christ.
Luciferian. It's you
She's a
that's
Luciferian, and there's no doubt about it. This is a
Anyway,
joke.
it's 4-0 to me, pal. You
Anyway,
need to
I
think.
probably
Maybe
do
I'll
one,
maybe
but-
I'll
I
come
know,
back in
sorry.
season 4. What we'll do is we'll do season by season.
hang
And
on.
see how many seasons we can build up and all. that.
Maybe don't
So
promise
don't worry,
too
pal,
much.
no
pal.
need to cry.
Listen, I mean.
Anyway, what's going on with this
well,
next week? and all that?
well, I mean, I'm
Anyway.
sick of this. I really am. This is an absolute joke. I mean, I'm
Oh, God,
sick
yeah.
of this.
Oh, bloody hell, Soup is thingy's all over the place.
Oh, come on, Chuki, come on.
Give him
the thing
talk in a
is,
minute, pal. I need to
the thing
recon
is,
Bobby later.
This just completely sums up to me the problem with this show. And the problem with this show is bloody Soups and this bloody no.
Well, I tell you what, fans, there might be after party later. There might be, but we don't know because we're sick of album
I'm
reviews.
sick of them. And the thing is, my mood is ruined because my boy Titty of the week is not Luciferian whatsoever, but however, Soupy keeps picking the Luciferian losers, and I'm sick of it, and that's because this guy right here next to me, Elbis the Wise, is a loser himself.
Get stuffed. Now, we might be back for
sort of upside.
well, we might be back for an album review, which we haven't done in ages because we're sick of them.
Yeah.
But we're going to give them one more chance.
Well,
Anyway, we've way overrun on this, haven't we?
absolutely.
Way overrun. Sorry,
Absolute
remember, we're
tomorrow.
half cut, we're drunk, we're straight back from a celebrity appearance. There are entities probably waiting for us outside. We haven't looked yet.
Everyone who saw us at the celebrity appearance, we hope you enjoyed it. And don't be too giddy about that because, well, I don't know. We've been Elbis and Elbis. You've been world class.